Welcome to ABWCI Dialogues. I'm so excited to speak to someone who I know, my good friend. But before that, just an introduction of ABWCI. ABWCI is a virtual global chamber of commerce for women working towards social and economic empowerment for women entrepreneurs. Our mission is to establish a collaborative ecosystem to engage, network, identify, and leverage market opportunities globally. And I'm very happy that I will be hosting a very prominent leader from Latin America. And as you know, Argentina has just won the World Cup, the FIFA World Cup. It's a unique opportunity to speak to our friend from Argentina. So we have global presence in 22 countries, and we have database in 40 countries worldwide. And I'm very happy to see that this dialogue is now being reached to several countries, and people are enjoying the dialogue, the discussion, the conversation which we are having on a regular basis, and hosting leaders from across the world. So ABWCI Dialogue is a chat series to create a productive space that invites key stakeholders of this ecosystem to join and listen to women in business and industry experts talking about their ideas, journeys, experience, and challenges. ABWCI recognizes 4 big challenges faced by women, such as access to market, access to finance, access to technology, and access to the entrepreneurial ecosystem. The conversation aims to create an environment addressing these challenges to get deeper insights into our speakers' entrepreneurial journey and their key takeaways. Today we have Graciela. She is the founder and president of Summa Veritas Foundation, which is a social global business network aimed at improving the social and economic conditions of women through training, social events, contact networks. She's an international speaker, coach, writer, and business entrepreneur. And more so, I want to let you know that recently she was on the Times Square wall, scrolling because she was awarded in the US. So all her life, she has been helping business entrepreneurs and especially women. So I'm very happy to present to you, Graciela. Welcome to the show. And I hope more and more people will join us and see, how you are transforming lives of millions of women in South America and starting from Argentina. And as unique, Argentina is in news everywhere. So first of all, how's your feeling? And how are you feeling about the winning the FIFA World Cup? Because the feeling is unique, because everyone is feeling that the cup or the trophy has come to their house. So first of all, let's start from there, and then I will pose some questions and we'll have an informal discussion on that. Welcome.
Okay. Thank you, Parul. First of all, thank you for allowing me to be here and all the ladies on ABWCI, because it's a great space, the dialogue, to nurture ourselves, to learn from ourselves, and to grow. So thank you. And second, about the World Cup, well, it's unbelievable here. The country is very happy. The people is very happy. And most of that, we have some, competence with Brazil. So they had 5 cups. And it was great when Brazil was out, but because they were telling us that they will have the 6th, and now we are telling them that we have the 3rd, and we are going behind them. That's very local, but talking friendly with the football match, and we are very proud of Messi, of course, and all the team. With the crowd on the streets, it was incredible. It was the first time in history. We have between 4 or 5 million people outside of the streets celebrate the championship.
Good. And I was telling you before we started this chat show, I was saying that when I come to Argentina, you have to make sure I meet Messi, because definitely I need his energy, because I want to see that man who has really been so in the forefront. You have 11 players, but one is a hero in those 11 players. And I feel I can relate that to you, because for me, you are a hero in a sense that you are in with women entrepreneurs across the world. Hero is then used in a way that where I'm not talking about gender perspective, but hero is a hero. It can be he and she both. So out of all, I feel the Latin America needs your support, because we need more women to be stronger, working together, and economically more self-sufficient, and in the growth of, and of wealth. So thank you so much what you're doing in Argentina and also rest of Latin America, because you have the entire region which you're working on. So first of all, I think I want to talk to you about your journey as a young girl, because when you were in college, when you were studying, what were your aspirations? How you today became what you are? Just talk about your journey.
Okay, my journey was when I was in school. We have some program from entrepreneurs. I was very curious from child, so curiosity is like a fuel for entrepreneurship. So I always wanted to sell something, and my mom was very worried because she wanted me to study a lot, and said, no, not so much, not so selling, not commerce. You have to study, and I did both. So I'm very happy about that. And after that, when I grew up, there was here in Argentina a network of a couple of businesswomen, and they set meetings in beautiful hotels so the youngers could be around there. And it was very, very nice, because I realized, the first time I realized how difficult it was for women being entrepreneur, because they were telling us all the obstacles they have. And I have the opportunity to meet other young ladies that they want to be entrepreneurs too. So it was very, very good. But when we have a crisis in 2000, this finished. So when it finished, we have this empty space. So I decided to create Suma Veritas, so to replace that space. But I didn't know anything about foundations, That's a part of being an entrepreneur. I was working at that time as a marketing CEO in a law firm. So I arrived and I told my boss, I want a foundation. He said, okay. I do the legal system. And then I say, wow, I have the papers and I don't know what to do. So I decided, I rented the space, and I decided that there I will rent the space for another women. So I went, I called several women. I said, I will give you the space for free, so please come. And they began to come. And I was at the front row, writing and learning how they network, what people they bring to speak. So I did it for 6 months. And after that, I say, okay, I'm ready. And I began to do talks with, first time was with 10 people, then 12 people. Then I offer my services for free to cameras of commerce. And here I am.
No. And that's why it's a famous saying when it says that, if you are a dreamer, you can be an entrepreneur, because, we all the leaders are dreamers. And when they dream, execution is done by managers. So I think it's good to really understand, how you dream, and you dream big. And today the dream is coming to fruitification and realization that not only you are running the foundation and you are successful, but you're also the country president of ABWCI. And I want to, talk on the show that you will be now representing us in the region. So I think we are so excited that we have found you. And that's the whole thinking of bringing you to this kind of live ecosystem about it. But good to know that, how things work and all that. But, when now you move into the circuit where people start recognizing you, you are on the charts of, the Times Square, you're scrolling and all that. How's the feeling?
Oh, the feeling was very strong, because I don't know, they told me, they made me a phone call and say, you have to see that you're going in the NASDAQ.
NASDAQ.
Yeah, Nasdaq. This is it's big, big. This is for the stars. It's not for me. And take the picture, and it was amazing, amazing,
Yeah.
incredible.
Now it's a
Yeah,
proud moment for everyone. It's proud moment for us, Graciela, and you have made all of us, and for yourself, you have, I can say you have made yourself proud, and the proud for the whole community as such. So I think when you were young, you were building up your capacity. You knew that things are moving up, and you want to become, an entrepreneur. So from that perspective, how did you see you now in terms of? Do you see that you have come to a level where you have achieved what you wanted, or what is your aspiration now?
well, with women, you need more time for do things. I think I need to do a lot because, for example, I have made a strong campaign on equal pay because we have some problems with equal. We don't have equal pay in Argentina. It's 30% less. 30.
Oh.
It's huge. Not in the public sector, but in the private sector.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to impulse some laws to help other women to claim for that, because we have the laws, the constitution tells that, but no one pays attention. And
Mm-hmm.
it's incredible that you are with a man, and the man wins 30% more just because he's a man.
Oh my God.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
United Nations says that equal pay is a big issue, and it will take more than 100 years to solve this. This is too much.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we have
Yeah.
progress, but we still need to do more.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm trying to expand now with the foundation, doing some, working in universities.
Very good.
I
I
I said,
think you have to catch people young, and you have to make the difference with them to see that they understand that why you should accept the pay which as a less than men. I think that's I can say that's a big crime.
yes, yes, it's a big crime, and people in the private sector, they don't mind. It's incredible because, for example, I work in a law firm, and we have women and we have men, and it was the same thing.
Hmm.
And when you were in the first interview, I don't know why they ask, if you're a young lady, are you planning to have kids? You don't ask that to a man.
Hmm. Hmm.
It
Yeah.
depends. If you
Yeah.
say yes, they don't contract you because you will not be at work because you're pregnant or you have a child or a born baby. So this is hard, but this is
Yeah.
reality.
Yeah. No, Graciela, listening to you, I just gave an interview when we were talking about this entire thinking about in this age today, when we are in the 21st century, we are cruising with so many technologies, AI, and we're discussing about so much. We are still struggling with those issues which are, you can say we were grappling 20 or 30 years back. So somewhere we have to create that kind of an ecosystem of legal, I can say ecosystem where people should not talk about this, but this is given that there should be equal pay for men and women. It's not that they can. And also the laws which you're talking about, the whole thinking of it, that when people are talking about the marriage and other things, to on which are gender insensitive issues as such. So those are things. But do you think that, do you have hope, I can say, because other questions are very, very ecosystem. So do you see hope that there will be a day when in Latin America, and especially Argentina, because Argentina is one of the biggest, to see that there will be equal thinking and equal laws?
I think that we need to join all the stakeholders, because one together is not good. I think the Agenda 2030 is good because it's taking this issue and is making a loud voice about this. but we need that the government some control on private sector, and we need some indicators on women issues. But I think we're gonna do it. It will be slow, but we're gonna do it. For example, I brought here in 2012 the first equal pay day, official equal pay day law in the region in Latin America. Buenos Aires City has.
Mm-hmm.
And with this law, I tried to do some, conscientization. You have to conscientize that this is an issue, and we need to talk with women, because incredible women, they didn't know that they can do a claim. And we work together with the government, me as an NGO and the government, and we do on the streets, and we do some campaigns. For example, last year we did a big bag, red bag, and so people can put inside and you see only her hair. And they use it, they take pictures for their networks, social networks, and it was a great success, because people on the streets everybody wants the photo inside the bag. And we gave them a brochure explaining about Equal Pay Day and how so we have to be creative. We have to show something different, not talking about laws. Now, at this moment, I'm going to have a national law on Equal Pay Day, which is 20 years later, but I still trying to do it.
No, but the good thing is that you are hopeful, because if you are hopeful, life can be better. Because if you sometimes you lost or you lose hope. So when you lose hope, then you lose hope for the entire country or the region. So I'm very happy to know that you are saying Agenda 2030 and things would be better, and things are changing with like campaign which you are doing, and the national campaign you are building on. So I think those are good news for all of us, that things would be better as such. Now, switching on to the question of ecosystem. Now, when one is women working in companies, okay, which is more when they go and work, which you are talking about the inequality of pay and other things. As an entrepreneur, what are the challenges you are facing in terms of you? When I'm talking about you, it's the women entrepreneurs in Argentina. What are the challenges? And with these challenges, do you see that the government is working on creating an ecosystem?
Yes, in Argentina, I'm going to tell you about the situation. We have a growing women entrepreneurs. They have the usual challenges around the world. Okay, they have the lack to access to financials. So when you talk about women entrepreneurs and you ask them where you get the money, they answer it's my money or money coming from parents or from family.
Family and friends.
Yes, family and friends. Because what happens still with the banks, when you go with your business plan and you ask for money, they tell you if you have a man associated. If you say no, they ask you if your husband can come. And this is incredible. This is 21st century. Do you have to ask me if I can bring my husband? I don't know. It's crazy. That's why, and this is going. And we have the 60% of our entrepreneurs are from 30 to 50 years old. And 80% of them are focused in Buenos Aires, which means that it's a big country. We had 24 provinces or states, as you wanted to call them.
Yes.
And if you are born in the north or in the south, it's more challenging to be an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Why? Because we have some social pressure that women have to stay at home and take care of their kids and their husbands. And in rural places, it's not good to be an entrepreneur. That's why. So this is another challenge we have. And the other problem we have is the feminization of the industry. So in Latin America, usually women are entrepreneurs in commerce, in clothing, or in gastronomy. And we need to open doors to other, like technology, like STEM based, scientific women. So we need that. And the barriers we have also is that we don't have for women some training on digital training, on e-commerce, for example.
Access to technology, access to digital technology, and things
Yeah.
that people understand that how to use technology, because that's another thing. How will they access if they have a smartphone, how to use a smartphone effectively?
Yeah, or how to use the platform, online platform, to sell your products.
Yes.
Women, that they don't have access to that. I think the government did some programs, but the programs is for women. We have also, I forgot to tell you that the women that are entrepreneurs are not the poor ones, middle and high class. They don't be entrepreneurs because there is a necessity to do it. They do it because they have the opportunity to be entrepreneurs.
Understood.
So when the government create programs for poor women, and they forget the rest, which is the 80%,
Yeah.
They miss.
No, I can totally understand that the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer, because the thing is, the government schemes are for the poor, but they're not reaching because they are not in a position to access those trainings and capacity building, all what the government is providing.
Yes.
Yeah. No, very good. I think what you said is also the situation in many countries across the world. But the whole hope is that the day will come when people will be more want to become as career. They want to take up entrepreneurship as such, because the same situation was in the South Asia few years back, that people used to say, if you're an entrepreneur, maybe you were not interested in a job, or you did not get a job. So this is what I think the situation is. But there is again hope, because things are changing in South Asia as such, and all that. So but do you see that the situation, if you look at from the region, any country in the region which you feel is doing well than Argentina in Latin America?
I think Brazil is more advanced.
Okay.
It's the greatest country in South America, and they doing better. I think Chile has problems just like us. Peru right now, it has a lot of problems, and maybe Mexico, but Mexico, they have a patriarchal society. It's, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the players are the same, in our region. I think the requirement for creating an ecosystems in the regions requires three kind of environments.
Yeah.
First, the emotional environment, because women need an atmosphere of success, think that they can do it. And as I tell you before, we are not allowed to get out the comfort zone, because when you say, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur, I want to leave my daily job, all the family and friends telling you that this is a horror, this is the worst decision that you have in your life, and this is terrible for women, because you think or you believe that you can't do anything.
Yes.
So
that's important.
Yes, that's important, the emotional environment. And you need the indoor environment too, is to create more inclusive business models. And here is the government in. And also you need an outdoor environment, because you need to encourage women to participate. This is the private sector, okay? You recognize women achievements. So you have to give more visibility to women when they are entrepreneurs.
Yes.
That's what we do.
Yeah. No, good advice if what you're saying. But now coming to more, you can say a deep question, which I wanted to, ask you, is that, when you look at these challenges and all, how did you navigate your success? Because definitely I feel you are successful. What were your challenges, and how did you navigate?
I think that in a context with we have as women entrepreneurs limited resources, we have to create our own ecosystem, and the only way to do it is by leveraging the existing social network we have and collaborating with local and international stakeholders like here, ABWCI, because when we are in a network, in a business network, we can get those resources, we can learn from each other and nurture from each other. And of course, you meet some peers of the same industry or a related industry. They can be your future clients or they can provide you.
So what you're saying is that networking is important, and networking, you have to learn how to network, because sometimes, you feel that, why should I travel? Why should I go if you get opportunity also? I'm just simplifying that. But you feel that, one forthcoming, you have to be forthcoming and be, you have to understand that these are important things if you want to be a successful entrepreneur.
Yes, and also we have a problem in the region. We are very loyal to the local markets, and we don't see the global market. So it's very difficult in Latin America to see women trying to export or trying to do collaborating with international people. Yeah. So this is social, it's cultural. We need to change that.
Understood. So what I've understood is that I'm just trying to sum up of this thing what you have said. One is that you have to be more, you have to have a vision. The second is, if you have a vision, you have to also see that with that vision, you also look at hyper-local, which is global and local both as such. Yeah. And the third is that always dream. What I'm hearing from you is you have to always dream, and you have to see that you have to think big. If you are thinking big, then you can really create what you can create as such. Am I correct?
Yes. Yes, you are correct. I love doing that. I am I like to put an objective and go for it. Yeah. I think that we need to do that.
Yes.
No,
very good. I good. And any significant learning or failure which you can talk about, because you have spoken about your success, but any failures you want to talk, so that people can be one, careful, and also feeling that how they should be more successful. They want to be very, very focused on that.
Yes. I when I was young, and I was just recently married, we were looking with my husband what to do to earn more money, because we rented the house and we wanted our own house. And we decided to create a small supermarket. And the supermarket was very small. Here we have the Chinese style supermarket. Yes, they are not great. They are small. And we were in a neighborhood that it wasn't good for supermarkets. So we bought everything, we prepared everything, and we have to close it 2 months later. So many debts we have, and we say, oh, what were we gonna do? So that was a good experience to learn that we need to investigate the market first. We need to identify the client, and you have challenges in life and all the time. And I think it's a question of mindset. If you have a setback, you always will have a setback when you are doing a business. And you have two choices: or you set back and give up and say, I don't do it anymore, or you learn from that situation and take it as an opportunity, because it's an opportunity to learn. I never will gonna be in a supermarket because I learned a lot from that.
No, but the good thing is, if I see you from your side, you still remember it, and you're laughing about it because of the reason that was a learning. That when the market wanted big, these kind of supermarkets and all that, you were starting small, and the feeling was you did not understand that somewhere people need bigger thinking, because these are things which are available in bigger stores.
Yes,
So,
of course.
yeah.
But we didn't realize that. It's not a question of dreaming only. We have a dream, oh, we will have a supermarket and everybody was going to buy us. No, the reality was completely different. So I understood what is a vision,
Yes.
there, because I have the dream, but I didn't have my vision clear. That was the problem.
Yeah.
But I learned it later.
No, very good, because these are things which, when I talk to all the women leaders and ask about it. But any 5 things which you can just top of the mind, you can talk about that. What are the things which, if women are in business, what should they, 5 things, 5 tips you can say, high 5, which they should remember?
Okay, the tips. You think for youngers or for
It can be anyone. It can be anyone. Entrepreneurs are entrepreneurs.
I think that the first thing is you have to. I always tell my young entrepreneurs that they have to find a passion, and then you have to call that passion work. Because when you have setbacks, is passion the fuel that you allow you to go on with the business.
Yeah.
The second thing is to be purpose driven, because you need a vision and you need to stick to the vision, because the market is always changing very, very fast, and you need to be secure of what to do. The third is to be clear on your vision, because you will have a lot of people advising you around your head and trying to tell you what you have to do or what you must do or don't do. So if you are clear on what you want, this is my passion, this is what I want to do,
Yeah.
It will be perfect for you. And another one is to find a network, because you need to learn as much as possible from others.
Yeah.
The network, for me, the network is everything.
Yeah.
It's everything. Yeah. The center of everything. Because as I say always in my foundation, if we can join, we can multiply.
Yes.
If you're alone, you can do that.
No, great. I think these are good tips, Raseela, for what you are saying on this entire thinking of how you can multiply another thing. I think when we talk about this entire thing, it's so good to listen to what you are saying, and also as a leader, because you have been a leader throughout, and also talking about this entire thinking of how to become successful. But these are good points to understand and to see that people can keep in mind, and see that if they have to grow, how they can grow as such. So this is, I think, very good. And I will just wait for some of the questions from the audience, and and see that if they're asking some questions as such. So we have some quotes in the chat which the colleagues have put in, of Oprah Winfrey. And I must say that there are good women leaders which we have, and strong cases of leadership as such. But really great to have you on the show, because there is always a learning from leaders like you. And I feel that with all what is happening, you are so successful, and so great what you're doing in in Latin America. And I feel more power to you, and also see that you should be with this network which we are creating as ABWCI. What we are doing is, one, we are bringing this opportunity to all the women to join us, and we have we are free network. People can join us from anywhere in the world. We are the largest virtual chamber of commerce in the world. And I feel that this positioning, or this message, has to go to all the networks across the world, that if they join, they not only listen to leaders like you, but they also join a network where they get the whole RFPs, the business opportunities, events, they can participate, and all that. And everything is virtual, because the world is now going virtual. And with the comfort of their home or offices, they can listen to very powerful leaders like you as such. So that's what it is. People can visit us on www.abwci.org, and they can, get the benefit of this network and the business chamber. But before I leave, I want to thank Graciela for your time, and also as a leader of helping ABWCI in the region, in the Latin America region. And thank you so much for your encouragement, your leadership, and the warmth which you are providing for women entrepreneurs. So thank you so much, and we will be in touch with you. And also, I want to thank all the listeners, viewers from across the world that, thank you for joining us. We'll have more leaders every month. We host this twice in a month, and we feel that we are very, very honored with when you join us and you listen to us. So thank you so much. Graciela, any final points which you want to talk about?
Yes, to say thank you to everyone there, and to you and the organization. And one last thing, when you are successful and when you are a leader, sometimes you are very alone. So that's another point that's why you need a network like ABWCI. I don't feel alone. I'm in this family. So come, ladies, come, because we want a bigger family. Thank you so much, Parul.
Thank you so much. With those words, Graciela, thank you so much for your kind words and your kind message that you are not alone if you are with a network. And the network is like family, and it's a network of friends. And I really thank you all and wish everyone Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I hope New Year brings a lot of luck, wealth, happiness, fame for all my women colleagues all over the world. So thank you so much, and look forward meeting you very, very soon. And thank you.